Hey everyone, today we're going to be doing What You Don't Do by Lianne La Havas. Great tune, really catchy, bluesy, and fun to play. I'm going to play through it first, and then I'll break it down note by note and chord by chord as always, and stick around for some more info on that after. So that's basically two of the main parts. There's only one other part that's a bridge, and I'll show that to you as well. Basically what we're doing is very basic. We're starting on G, so we're doing G in the left hand and then D, G, B, and we're vamping on that basically for 2 bars there. 4, 2, 3, 4, and then we're doing this walk up twice, and then settling back in and vamping on G. So the G part's super easy, and then you can flourish and do stuff over it if you want, which is fun. But then the walk-up part's a little bit trickier. Basically what we're doing is D in the left hand, the bass line is D, E, F, A. And I like to do it in full octaves as we get into the song and it builds, so D, E, F, A, and then it settles back down to G. Okay? And what we're doing in the right hand over that is D on the left hand, and then D, F, A, C in the right hand. Okay, then we're moving up to E, and we're doing E in the left hand, E, G, B, and then keeping the C with our pinky there. And then a simple F triad there, so F, F, A, C. And then we're going to inverted A minor here, so A in the left hand, E, A, C. And I like to slide up from that A flat every time I play that pretty much, so it keeps it interesting, and then we settle back down to G after playing through that twice. So that's that part, the 2 parts, the vamping and then going into the chords. And be sure to review that and then play along with this at the end, because you'll get it down that way, the easiest. And then the other part is where she kind of has that bridge that's building into the bigger choruses, is just this. Okay, and it just jumps to G there at the end. But basically all we're doing on that is F, F, A, C in the right hand, and then doing the same chord F, A, C over D. And I like to do full octaves in this because otherwise it sounds a little kind of empty. Okay, then we're going to G from there. And that's just 2, that happens twice throughout the song. It builds and then goes back to What You Don't Do. Okay. There's some variation in one part of the song that's a little different, but it's stuff we're already playing, so it's not really difficult. Instead of doing the vamping to the walk up at some points, where she says the closer we get, and it's a kind of breakdown part at the end. She does it a cappella in some performances. What you can do there to keep it nice and simple is just do a G like we've been doing, but do it nice and low. And keep it a nice full chord here, and then just switch over when it should be walking up. Just play D in the left hand and then F, A, C in the right, and then just settle between those 2, and don't really do too much. I mean, you can add a little bit of something, but the vocalist really does the most there. So, and then just leave it like that, and then. Yeah, and just go back between those, and then after that it jumps back to the. Okay, and that's it. That's the bass structure of it, bass bones of it. But basically, if you want to add a little bit more and make it a little more interesting, there's 2 riffs that I'll recommend. There's endless ideas that you could use. But what I like to do is when I'm just vamping on the G at the beginning, or after we've gone through maybe one verse and chorus, I like to go like this. 2, 3, 4. And just slide into that. So we're doing 2, 3. And just kind of blues it up that way. What I'm doing there is just sliding and hitting the A minor inverted chord there, so the E, and then sliding up from the A flat to the A and C, all hitting that at the same time. And then hitting G inverted twice afterwards. So all I'm doing in the left hand is jumping up to A. I'm just holding them really. Okay? 2, 3. And if you were to do it in time, it's like 2, 3. You know, and actually in my left hand, I like to keep it on G to keep that consistent bass line, to add that tension. And then it goes back into that, which is kind of gritty and cool. Another thing you could do would be kind of do this riff, which is just kind of, it could fill in there if it's a little quiet at some point, or if you want to try to solo, you can use those notes. All I'm doing is sliding from B flat to B and hitting D at the same time there. So B and D, and then walking down from A, G, E, D, and then sliding up with E and A flat to A, and then settling into basically the G chord, but just D and G on this one to keep that kind of consistent idea. Okay? And then you go. Okay? So that's it. That's the whole song. I hope this helped you learn it, and I know you probably want to review it. But then once you're ready, I'm going to play through it once now. We'll play through the verse twice, or the vamping, and then into the chorus, and I'll just do one set of these. And we'll end on that, okay? So yeah, review it, check it out, and then come back and play along with me here. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that's it. And I'm playing it lower, as you can tell, than I taught it up here, because I like the sound of the electric piano when it's down here. It's a little grittier, and especially on this song, I think it works. So yeah, if you have any questions, please be sure to post them. Subscribe if you aren't already, and feel free to suggest any other songs you'd like to learn. I'd love to teach them for you. Thanks for watching.